Hi, I'm Melanie Hopkins and this is the Talking to the Actor podcast.
Cool, I'll start. Hello and welcome to another Talking to the Actor. We're here with an actor. Hello, actor.
Hi.
Hello, what is your name, actor?
My name is Melanie Hopkins.
Yes, how was getting hit with your first ever pie in the face?
It was a fun experience. I would say it's quite liberating.
Good. And wasn't a sex thing like you told your co-workers?
No. They'll be quite sad to know, actually.
Oh. Right, well thank you for joining us and everything else. We know you a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we've seen you in plays.
Mm-hmm.
And we did audition you for a thing, but it didn't quite happen.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. We went a different way. But we do know you a bit,
Mm-hmm.
and you know us a bit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're a Sheffield-based actor, so we have like lots of circles and friends in common and stuff.
Definitely.
Yeah, tell us about yourself.
Well, I was born here.
Yeah.
I live here currently.
Cool, whereabouts?
I live in Derbyshire, so it's a really weird place. It's Sheffield, but it's not. And it's not quite Chesterfield, but it's closer to it. And we're Derbyshire, but we're not quite Derbyshire.
Hunston, Dronfield?
Near Dronfield.
Pollaston.
Sutton, like Eckington?
Eckington.
Yeah.
Okay, I know Eckington.
Yeah. So when people say like, oh, where are you from? I say, well, I'm from Sheffield.
Okay.
But not the city. Yeah, been studying acting for as long as I can remember. It's the only one thing that I like and that I'm good at. Yeah, there's not much more to say really. 22 years of age.
Nice. I'm sure you're good at more than one thing, but acting is a good thing to be good at.
Yeah.
But, okay, so before we go to the origins, you just got your degree?
Yeah.
What did you get?
I got a first.
That's not... I was going to tell Tom to clap as well, but he's just looking like he doesn't care. But a first is very, very good, Tom.
Is it?
Yeah, a first is really, really good.
I got a pass.
Yeah, that's not a first. Yeah.
Still successful.
Yes.
Definitely.
Cool. We're going to degree. So how you said you've been acting as long as you can remember?
Yeah.
Cool. What's your earliest memory of acting and stuff then?
Well, this is quite a subjective question really, because Shakespeare says all the world's a stage.
Yes.
So really, my first ever acting probably was when I was a baby. But if we're going to talk realistically here...
Right. Yeah. If we go realistically and go, me and Sam are not actors.
Yeah.
So, ignore Shakespeare.
Okay. Don't care.
When's the first time you acted? When you chose to act?
When you wanted people to know you were acting?
Yeah. Probably was on the Merlin stage when I was about 7, maybe a bit younger, and it was a play, and I cannot tell you the name, I cannot tell you who wrote it, I can't tell you what it was called. All I know, I was the groom's mother, as a ripe 7 years old, and I had one line, and I could never ever remember it. I remembered everybody else's lines apart from mine, and the line was, time is coming to an end, or something like that. And there was a woman... Sorry, am I going on a tangent here?
No.
And there was a woman on the side of the... Because we were all really young, so there was a woman that was in the wings sort of like saying the lines so the audience could hear.
Yeah.
And she said the line, and I looked at her, and she stopped, and we just... And then I went, time is running! And I said it again. It was really weird. I don't know anything about the play, but that's all I remember.
And did that give you the bug to act? Were you sort of like, oh, I want to keep doing this? Because
No, that kind of put me off a bit,
I can imagine.
actually.
Yeah.
And I sort of thought, I don't think I really want to do this anymore. In that specific group, anyway. Because that was like a little after-school group, like Amdram. And I think I kind of went off for it for a while. I think it's just from watching like films and going to see theatre. Because in my family, we've always had like a tradition of going to the theatre, especially like the females in my family, mum and nan, and that's sort of like a little generational like female thing to do. And I think I just started watching people on stage or seeing people in films. I thought, oh, I want to do that. I want to be that person. And yeah, I just got a chance to study at GCSE, took it, A-level, did it again. And then I thought, oh, do you know what? I really like this. So I went on to do it at uni.
Okay. So are there any roles you can remember, or films or performances on stage that you were like, I want to be like that, or that inspires me to try and be? Or do you have any actors now that you look at as kind of an inspiration or a...
Yeah, tons and tons. A memory that made me think that I definitely wanted to do that was when I went to go and see Chicago on stage at the Lyceum in Sheffield, and they were just absolutely fabulous. The people in there, oh my god, the glitz, the glam. I was like, I want to do that. But then I've seen quite serious performances as well that I just think, I don't know, I like all of it really. But actors that I look up to, Jessica Lange is incredible. Love Jessica Lange. Love Sigourney Weaver. Love Miranda Richardson. Absolutely adore Miranda Richardson. She's just like complete quadruple threat, that woman. Amazing. Tons. I don't know any men. I need to think of some men now. Hugh Grant's pretty good. He's lasted.
Fair. I'm not sure if I'd put him in the same list as like Miranda Richardson. But,
I'm just scraping the barrel there a bit. Yeah, tons of people.
Alright, so sorry, Miranda Richardson. I just got like Queenie in my head.
Yes.
Have you seen Good Omens yet?
No.
She's in that.
Is it good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's really good in it.
Is that recent?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's the seance woman.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, so you did it at GCSE and A level and stuff in school. How was that?
That was okay, but I think drama in schools is... Oh yeah, am I allowed to swear on this or...?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you want to.
Drama in schools is seen a bit of a piss about, I think. So people just take like, I don't have to do any work, I'll just take drama.
Yeah.
And I think that's what a lot of us thought. And then when you start doing it, and I think as well a lot of kids are afraid to make an embarrassment of themselves. I don't want to do it that way because I'm gonna be embarrassing to my friends, and I really had a case of that really. But it was good. But a lot of it's very like, you know, when you think of drama, you think, oh, drama, you know, abstract and different and surreal, and it was a bit like that. And it was only until I came to uni that it was like, oh, we can do naturalistic acting here. So, yeah.
Any plays you remember? Was it plays or was it TV and film or was it both?
It was mainly just theatre, because it was classed as theatre studies when I studied it. So we studied plays like As You Like It and Love Labour's Lost, which is obviously Shakespeare. But then acting wise, it was more like Brechtian, so that's very abstract and like sort of a lot of devising work that came into that. It was very political.
I've studied the Brecht. Which Brecht did you do?
We did... Wait, Wojciech wasn't Brechtian, was it? Who wrote Wojciech? I can't remember who... Oh, what was that? No. But it was like Wojciech in a Brechtian style.
Okay.
Or like, it was devising in a Brechtian style type thing. But then A-level was a bit different. We got to do like separate monologues. And my monologue, which I did for the assessment, was from The Memory of Water. I think she was called Catherine the role. And that was a woman who just lost her mum and her boyfriend just dumped her near to her mum's funeral.
Nice. Bad time for her.
Yeah, really bad time. So that was quite fun, being like, I don't know, how old was I then? Not even like 18 years old and being like, losing my mum and losing my boyfriend. And
how do you find that, accessing those kind of emotions then? I suppose when you're younger it's slightly...
Yeah. I suppose you just got to try and put yourself in the actor's shoes. I think you have to really do your research and think about like, okay, how old am I? What would I have gone through? You know, how old would I have been when I was this age, and what the context of the childhood and the whole situation. So it was hard for that period of time when I was that young doing that character, because as well, I feel like still at that age, it would have been like, oh, you know, I need to act. You know, when you think acting... I was still sort of in that mindset. I'd not really been exposed to a lot, especially studying it. So I think really looking back now, it was a bit more like, oh, now I need to cry, now I need to be upset. Do you know what I mean? Rather than like feeling. Whereas now I've sort of developed of how to really get in the character's shoes and feel what they feel rather than just, this is the part I need to be sad now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
Did you do the circle then? Stanislavski?
Was it at uni?
Yeah, did you? No, like GCSE and A level.
No,
You didn't do
Stanislavski was
Stanislavski?
unheard of.
Oh, okay.
I didn't even know about Stanislavski when we was going through school. It was all Brecht, because I think my school's got like, what's going to get him the most marks? What's going to do as well? Okay, that's easier to do.
Nice.
Rather than, let's give him a fully rounded education in this thing. It was like, let's go for what's going to... Not to slam Eckington school, but... yeah, it's just underdeveloped, really, I think, in schools.
See, I did at A level. I got an E, and I worked my arse off for that E. But we did like Stanislavski, and then we did like Brecht and Resistible Rise of Ottawa Ui, if you know that play, which is amazing.
No.
Right, Brecht left Germany under Hitler, went to Chicago and made a play about a gangster called Ottawa Ui, which is just how Hitler came to power. It's like amazing. And Burkov and stuff. But yeah. Fair enough. Do you like the Brechtian acting then? The audience should always know they're seeing a play, and you should be making them think about the subtle message you're giving them.
I do, yeah. I think it's really important. Like, I think the performance itself, you always have to think about the audience. Always. They're the people that's seeing this. They're the people that's gonna take what they're gonna take, what you want them to take from this performance. It's all about them, really. Acting's all about the audience. To me, it is anyway. What was the question?
How you felt about the Brechtian approach to the audience. But, okay, so how does that translate? Because you've done quite a bit of screen stuff as well, where obviously there's no audience. Do you have a preference for one or the other? Or
Was stage versus screen?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I love the theatre so much. I love like being in the moment and having that room for just... You know, you have that idea and you think, let's just do it, I'm just going to do it, and being in that... I feel like you're in your character way more on the stage. And I love feeling the audience there, having the atmosphere is just... You can't match that.
Yeah.
But screen is just a whole nother world as well. I truly like both, but I feel way more confident on stage, I think. Because you've got that control, really.
Yeah.
Rather than screen is quite a stop and start, but... Yeah, both quite equally good, but passion for the stage, definitely.
Fair. Okay, so GCSE, what did you get?
I got a C, I think.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Then A level, you stayed in Eckington school?
Yeah, stayed on, yeah. And overall, I got a C again. But it is worth mentioning that I got an A star in the performance side. It was just the exam that we all just crashed and burned in, really. Nice. Yeah, so...
Cool. Did the exam involve that stupid question where it's like, here's a play you've never seen before, in 2 hours, write how you would stage it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was awful.
I covered this in a previous talking to the actor. When in my life is anyone going to hold a gun to my head and go, 2 hours, stage this play?
Yes.
You know, like, when do I need this immediate skill?
Yeah.
It just seems stupid to me.
There's like one person that would ever need that skill.
Yeah.
A director of a play that only ever turns up on show day.
Exactly.
That's the person that needs that skill.
Right.
And that person is a shit director.
Yeah. Or has been brought in last minute because a shit director. Yeah. But you have someone who does lighting, someone who does staging. Yeah. Like, you have that collaborative thing on theatre. So why in an exam it still rankles.
I think the question that I always remember, I just think, oh really, was sort of like, so we studied the play, went to go and watch the play in Stratford, like Love Labour's Lost, for instance, and then it was like 4 months after when we had the exam, and it was like, right, well, I don't remember anything, and then it was like, in a production that you have seen, describe how they use the lighting to show certain blah 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 whatever.
Yeah.
I was like, well, they used red lights because red symbolises love. What else can you write? Oh, that was awful. Yeah, hate exams. Right. Hate drama exams.
I have a question before we get onto uni.
Okay.
But it'll feed into uni.
Okay.
It's going to start and it's going to sound like a bit of a tangent, and I'm hoping that I say this stuff right. You seem quite like an upbeat person, maybe a little nervous at first when you meet people, but then you get going. How do you find the stress of, like, particularly A level having done it, I know it gets really intense and everyone starts breaking down, and I imagine uni is even more like that. How did you find that? Do you get affected by it, or do you still have this like...
The stress of what in particular? Just the
shows,
workload?
yeah, shows and preparing for a play and all that shit that goes wrong.
God, that's a really fully loaded question.
Yeah.
Preparing for a role depends on the role and how invested and how much you like the play, I think. If I love the play, I can just slip in and slip out of it. No, that was bad innuendo. But the stress of it, I never usually get nervous that much, or if I do, I can just sort of keep it under the lid.
And at A-levels, where you're told, like, this performance is what you'll be graded on. You got an A-star in the end. How did you find that added pressure of, like, I have to be good on stage at a time when everyone's trying to be good on stage? And
see, I think it helped because there's only 4 of us.
Only 4 of you in the whole...
There was only 4 people studying A-level drama at my school.
Okay, that's quite intimate then, as a lesson.
Yeah. So 3 of us were all in the same year, and then we had somebody that didn't do well the previous year, so joined us again. So sort of like reset everything. And I wasn't the teacher's favourite at all. That was my best friend, who's gone to do acting as well at uni of. And so I think there's a bit of pressure of like, oh, I've got to prove myself here because my teacher really likes this person. And the other person that we was with wasn't really bothered. So I was just sort of in between.
Right.
I was like, well, I've got to sort of prove myself here. But I think just liking doing it anyway, just the passion's never left me. I think I'm quite a passionate person. And the passion just sort of powered me through to be like, I want to give it my all and try and do my best with it, really.
Okay. Cool. Then we get onto degree.
Okay.
So you got the C and then the C, but decided it was because it was what you enjoyed doing rather than the grades were...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually did a gap year first. I didn't go straight into uni.
Oh, you did a gap year? What did you do for your gap year?
I went travelling. No, I didn't. I had a job. I just got money because everyone in my family left school, got a job, stayed in that job pretty much all their life. My dad's been working the same job for 35 years, longer. And my mum's switched different jobs. So my family only knows about working hard and getting a paycheck and having a house, starting a family. And I knew from a long time that I didn't want to do things that way. But it's just sort of like, oh, what do you do now you left school? You need to get a job. So I got a job. I worked then I didn't really like that. I was like, oh, I need something more in my life. And at that point I was going for a breakup. And I think I literally was just sat in my room one night and I was like, what? Because all my friends went to uni. I was like applying for uni at that point. And I was the only one that wasn't. I was like, what sort of would it be like? And I looked and I watched, I can't remember what university, it must have been from a drama school, and I watched a video and I saw people doing it on stage and I thought, oh, I want to do that again. Oh, I want to go back to that, I miss that. I could do that. And I think I sort of researching and I came across Sheffield Hallam's course and I was like, let's have a look what this entails then. And I just decided, do you know what, I'm just going to apply and see what happens. I just started applying. I was kind of late in the game though, to be honest. I think that was like January and everyone... Oh, I know people will have gone to uni, won't they? Is that right? No, people. Oh, I can't remember. Some point, it was in January some year. But yeah, I just had a gap year and just started working. I was like, there's more to life than this, I thought.
And you didn't know acting during the gap year until...
No. Yeah, I was out of it. And I think, I just missed it and I thought, I'm just going to see what happens. And I realised as well, I think I was one of those people that came out of, sixth form and thought, I'm going to be an actress and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that and everything's going to be fine. And I was like, I looked around me, I was like, where's my connections? Where are the people that are going to help me? Like, what? And you sort of, you have a little naivety and then the ball drops and you're like, oh, yeah, I need to know people. So I was like, oh, uni's sort of the gateway into finding people, finding those connections, people like you that want to go into the industry. So that was the main reason why I went to uni and the rest is history.
Yes, but history we're asking about.
Yes.
So how was uni? Do you go uni first or did you do the New Writers Play Festival first?
I went to uni first.
Cool. So we've got a uni next then. So how was going to uni then, having had a year out? Did the life experience from the gap year, do you think that helped with stuff, or do you think you felt like I could have done this a year before?
No, I think it helped. I think it gave me different responsibilities, especially because I've worked at so many different places for different lengths of time. I forget what I've done. WH Smith, then I must have worked somewhere else. Oh, I worked for Jägermeister for a bit as well, and then I tried working at Lotion. That didn't really work out.
Jägermeister.
Yeah.
Were you one of the people who goes handing them out to people? Or?
For free, yeah. I wasn't like, oh, this is £2.50 for a shot or anything. Like they just got us like for promotion, so we were trying to, basically how everyone puts Jägermeister with Red Bull, Jaeger bomb. Jägermeister said like, we need to make people stop putting these two together. Just buy our stuff. So our job was to sort of like, hey, see how Jägermeister tastes nice on its own? Buy it. That was our job. But
that sounds like the worst job in the world.
It was.
It also sounds like a bad business plan. Oh, here, yeah. So at the moment, people are putting Red Bull in our Jägermeister, which gives them more energy and makes them get slightly less drunk.
Yeah.
So they buy more of it. Let's stop that so they get drunk faster and buy less.
Yeah, it was only like every 2 weekends a month, so it wasn't like it wasn't too regular or anything. I completely forgot what started that question.
It was how that life experience fed into getting back into acting at uni.
Yeah.
With an added question of how you found returning to acting after like having a year away from it.
Like I said, it gave me a lot of responsibilities and it matured me, and I got to meet a lot of different people as well. And I think that sort of powered on to, I saw people that were working at WH Smith, like, no shade, that were like late 20s, early 30s. And they were like, oh yeah, I've been working here for like 6 years, it pays the bills, but I don't want to be here anymore. I was like, I don't want to just turn into that. I don't want to just be like in the cycle of, oh, I've got to get a job because I need money, I need to live,
Did these people have any creative outlook or anything?
No.
Okay, it's not us.
Nothing.
Shut
Yeah.
Before you start.
No, we already know that I'm perfectly happy to quit the job when it gets to that point.
Yes, exactly.
I will walk out when I'll stay there as long as I can cope.
Yeah.
And I will walk out.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it matured me a lot. And it just powered my enthusiasm just to keep the passion alive. Not just, I've done it A-level, but nah, it's not really doable for me. And I just thought, no, F that. I'm just gonna go and pursue it and see where it takes me. At least I've tried. If I don't get there, I've tried. What was the added question? Sorry, I keep forgetting about these questions.
You don't have to say sorry at all. Chat away. It was how you found returning to acting after a year away. I'm not had any more questions yet.
I don't know really. I think this is going to sound so spiritual and cliche, but I always had it in me and you can never really lose it. But it wasn't that big of a... Or was it? I don't know really. I think it was a bit of a shock because, when I was at A-level, it was like, okay, this is Brecht and you're going to do this and this is sort of all there is. That's it. And then I come to uni and meet these people and they're like, oh yeah, we studied like auto and like, oh yeah, Stanislavski and we studied 4.48 psychosis, and I'm like, what are these things? I have no idea what you're talking about. I need to catch up big time. And that like really opened it up for me. So in that way you could say it was quite a big like, oh god, wow, this is a big change, this is a big development. But it was nice just to get back in there again and do it with so many more people, like going from 4 people and going to like 30 and meeting all these people that had done different things. It's like, oh, thank you, finally, more people, more dreams, more talent and abilities, and so that was quite nice.
Fair. And talk us through the uni experience then. Like, what sort of stuff did you do?
Oh, tons, because my course was performance for stage and screen.
Right.
So you'd like dipped your toe in a lot of different things. So we've done go on. What's he called? I forgot.
Shakespeare?
No, other guy. I've forgotten his name.
Burkow?
Oh no,
Burkov?
close though.
Burkov?
No. I can't remember. Anyway, classical text, we'll just call that.
Okay.
We've done radio, we've done stand-up comedy, we've done screen acting. we did a rendition of Seven, with Brad Pitt and Morgan
Yeah.
Freeman. We did like a little scene from that, and I was Morgan Freeman's character.
Which scene?
It's the What's in the Box.
What's in the box?
Yeah.
What's in the box? Don't open the box.
But do you know there's a different ending?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did the different ending one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was quite fun. What else have we done? I think it's good, like, we studied it as well, so we studied different performance art, sort of, like, even different concepts and contexts and these art movements and this art movement. So it was really a different load of wealth of different things that you got to try out and see what you liked, and I think I really valued that, actually.
Okay.
Going from studying one thing and knowing like the backhand of one thing to go into, let's try all these different things, was like really refreshing.
But how was your stand up? How did that go?
Awful. No, it was really bad. I was like the 5th or 6th of the first part. There's so many of us. And I had this massive shoulder padded 80s Prince looking 80s jacket on. And I was like, I'm going to take the piss out of myself for this. And the girl before me forgot her set, and I was like, God, I hope that doesn't happen to me. Got on, what happened? Forgot my set. And I was really open about it. I said, forgot, guys, sorry. And then I picked it back up again. But I was just talking at like 1,000 miles an hour. Get this over with, I need to get my lines out, get this over with.
Yeah.
Which is not me. I like to savour it, really. I like to enjoy it, but that's scary. Stand-up is scary. Have you guys ever done it?
No.
Don't. It's scary. Nothing is more scary than like, I'm going to have funny.
Yeah.
Please laugh.
Relying on people to laugh.
Yeah.
With you, not at you. Yeah. I can imagine.
It was in Dina as well, in a tiny little room. There was so many people that turned out there. It was literally like the audience were like probably just like that far away. Well, you can't see that on the broadcast now, but it's not far away on the on what? I don't know what I'm talking about. Can we start again?
The audience were about a metre away.
Yeah. Not very far.
Nice. And screen acting, was that your first bit of screen acting, or had you done some before that?
No, the first on-screen thing I ever did, I think, was a music video where the director the company is Brooding Wolf Collective, and that was in first year, because a little casting went out, because the lecturers sort of emailed us all saying, hey, these people need this, are you interested? That was really good. And they said they need a girl with superpowers, and we're going to do a music video for this Scottish like synth band. And I was like, oh God, that sounds cool. That was the first one, and that was at Mearsbrook Park, I think, as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
What superpower did you have?
In the end, it was the chance to like transport herself. So the whole music video is me trying out different powers like super strength and super speed and telepathy.
Telepathy.
Yeah. And none of them worked, and then I got really disheartened, and then I like went really hard, and then I just transported myself into another world.
Nice.
Yeah.
A good world or a bad world?
Oh, good world, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Fair.
It's a cool video, you should go and watch it. It's Giant Sanctuary. Look at that shameless
Is it
plug.
on your playlist? Or?
Yeah, I think it should be, yeah.
I might have seen it. Or is it in your showreel?
Definitely. It's quite early on, that one.
I've
Black
seen
and
a
white.
clip of it. I think I've seen a clip of this.
Yeah.
Fair. So it was. That was your first bit of screen acting, which was in your first year of your degree.
Yeah.
So you hadn't. So it was at uni that you started doing the screen stuff.
Yeah. Because that was a lot of. That's the only opportunities that you get as sort of this age group, and obviously like there's a lot of people still studying film and they need actors. Like, we'll reach out to this acting course. I mean, a lot of work you have to do for free at this age, and I think that's just any age really. You've got to do a lot of work for free, which shouldn't be the case. But that was just how I built a lot of my experience, because that's one of the main opportunities out there, is people are always looking for actors to star in their films. So
for free.
Yeah, especially students. Well, mainly students.
Yes.
So
I see a lot of them. And a lot of posting to them.
Yeah.
Cool. Because I might forget, I'll come to this. So on that subject of like films for free and that kind of thing, do you find you get approached much for stuff? And do you find you get offered the typical kind of roles, or you get the odd approach that you just straight away it's like, no, that's really inappropriate? Or
Ooh.
I'm not willing to do this nude. Why would you offer me this kind of thing?
No, I think I've been lucky to avoid that sort of stuff, really.
Yeah.
I found that when I just started to do a lot of screen work, so I kept in contact with a lot of people, like the person who's in Brooding Wolf Collective. I did that for free, and then I came back and did another role that he paid me for, which was really good. I think I've been quite varied, really, in my roles. A lot of them are, for theatre, a lot of them are really over-emotional and like really quite neurotic and over the top. And one of the I like to say my typecast for film usually used to be cheating lesbian was what I must have looked like at the time.
Nice.
I think people look at me sometimes and think I look a bit intimidating or like a bit mischievous. Like I just apparently look like a person who's going to cheat.
Yeah, that film where you're talking an American accent.
Which one's that?
Well, he's doing an American accent. You're doing. I think it's an American accent. He's with another girl, and then you're in the room, and it's like a kitchen, and then you leave, and you've like flirted with him and stuff, and she's all like,
and there's a kettle boiling right at the start.
Yeah.
Oh god, no, that one, Half-Hearted.
Was that another lesbian?
Yeah.
Mischievous.
Do you know what that might have been my first one actually.
Okay.
Come to think of it, that might have been the first one. Yeah. That was like a really urgent casting call. I was like, I'll just do it then. And yeah, mischievous is people think I look like a lot. But really, I've done a lot of different ones. Been a robot in one of them. That was quite cool. But mind you, that was a bit of a sexist robot, really.
Was it?
Yeah. It was called Silver Linings. That one. I didn't include that on my show reel because I thought I did such a poor job. They was like, you're being too animated. You need to talk more monotone. I'm like, okay.
What's the one where you got twat? You're like T-W-A-T.
Oh god, that one.
It's like a makeup
Yeah.
thing.
That was really fun. That was for a group of film students at Sheffield Hallam, and that was an all girl cast as well, and that was like incredible because they were so respectful. They were like, "Is this okay?" Like you guys are. You're really really fantastic at that. But that was that was like the first experience that I had that was just really felt like a community. That was really nice. That was for, I can't remember how I found out about that one. A lot of things that I've been in, I've seen on social media or on casting websites and I've applied for it. Not that many people have come to me unless I've already worked with them before. They're like, hey, remember us? You worked on this. Would you come and do this again? So that's the main people that sort of want me to be in their stuff mainly. But I don't get approached just out of the blue.
Okay. Cool. I'm thinking where they're going next. Let's go to us meeting. So we've seen you in 2 plays.
Yeah.
Saw you playing Goldilocks.
Mm-hmm.
And saw you playing one of the bullies whose name I can't remember in
Jessica.
Game Night. Yeah.
Yeah.
Both quite comedic roles. Quite animated. But it sounds like you do a lot of serious stuff as well.
Yeah.
Do you find the transition easy? Do you have a preference?
I think the roles where I'm a little bit more over the top comedic, I'm comfortable with them.
Right.
Really comfortable. And I've not hit that point yet when I've done something really different or like really out of my comfort zone. Comedy like that is in my comfort zone. I know where I am, I know what's going to get a laugh, I know what to do. I like being silly like that. And I think going to quite naturalistic of, like for instance, when I played Martha in That Face, an alcoholic who is incestuous with her son and completely broke her family apart because of her addiction. That forces me to really think and like really think about every little thing and make the performance really important and meaningful, and is this right? Is this good for that character? So I like both equally, but I definitely know I'm in my comfort zone with the comedy and going over the top. Yeah. But I love doing both. I think that's the fun thing of acting as well. You don't know who you are going to be next, you know, and you get to be all these different people. And I've always said, like, the more roles I do, the more I find myself. That's what, because you learn about different people's, what do they think about this? What's their morals on that? You know, how would they react to that situation? And you sort of question yourself as, how is that different to me? Or am I similar to that person? And I think you you find more out about yourself when you play different people. That's why I like it.
Okay. So there aren't any particular role you've done so far you're like, that was really uncomfortable, or that was difficult, or...
I don't think so. Not so far, no.
Yeah. Any bad experiences, film or theatre? You don't have to like name any names or people or anything, but any horror stories, or like, this was just badly run or organised, or you had an actor misbehaving, or...
Oh God. I can think of talking about that face in Polyston, and people are probably not going to know this if you watch the recorded version or if you were there in the theatre at the time. It was a one-night thing, and because the play itself, that face, is so dialogue heavy, there's a lot of naturalistic text where it's just the same thing being said in different ways. That was really hard to learn lines for, and on the stage I remember the very last scene, which I knew the best, but on the night it was like, nope, gone. And I just remember I was like, every time I forget a line, I'm going to reach for this bottle, I'm going to take a sip, and we're going to hope that it goes all right. I remember people looking at me on that stage thinking, that's your line, and I think I just shake my head and I'm just like, keep going on. So that's quite a thing that I just think, oh God, I wish I'd really worked harder to learn my lines. But that was in an amateur society that was separate from my course. So while trying to study and do good at this, and it's really hard to try and juggle both. And I like putting 100% into everything I do. And when I've got to balance it, I'm like, oh God, where do I put 100% in? So one ends up faltering a little bit. But
fair enough. Question then. So first of all, you snore in your sleep. How do I know that? Thanks to Tomorrow's World.
Yeah.
You're on Tomorrow's World.
Uh-huh.
Let's talk about that.
Okay. Well, I saw the casting on Backstage.
Oh, so it was casting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I thought, they said, wanting couples, if one of you sleep talks, sleepwalks, snores, we want to hear from you. I thought, and it's funny as well because the editing, I'm not a loud snorer, but they've edited it to sound like I do. I sleep talk is what I do.
Oh, because it sounds like you snored.
Yeah, they edited it to be like, oh, we'll just put her in the snore category. No, I'm a sleep talker.
Right.
Like, sit up in the bed and think I'm talking to people, and then I open my eyes and I'm like, right, they're not there. And I just applied for it, and I got a phone call, passed through that one. I said, yeah, I want you to come down to London. Are you free over these 2 days? And it was through the summer. So we'd finished uni. Christy, boyfriend at the time, went down back home to Suffolk. Come on, do you want to go in this thing in London? Like, it's paid. Oh yeah, all right then. I think it might have been 50 quid each actually. I thought that was cool. Yeah, come on, let's do it. Went down to London on this day. It was a really warm, hot day. And we didn't know what to expect at all. We just stood there like, right, yep, come on then, let's go. And I'm like, oh God, all right, yeah. Really informal interview. And that was really fun. Yeah. That was a really fun time.
We've worked with Christy. Like Christy.
Yeah.
He's a cool guy.
He's sweet. He got a lot of the airtime. He was talking away this one. I thought, God, I'm going to have to carry us. What am I going to do? I'm going to have to sit talk all this. And he was the one like proper talking. I was like, oh. Yeah. That was fun.
Okay. And now back to the acting and things. So you got your degree. You got your first. Did you have to do like a dissertation or anything of that nature, or like a final performance piece?
So it was a final performance piece that I chose because fuck dissertations.
Cool.
Sorry about that. So we had to pitch in your idea of what you want to do for final show, and then people, if they liked it, they'd choose it, you get put in a group. So, and it goes back to A-level as well. The A2 level performance that we did was called The Woman Who Cooked Her Husband by Debbie Izzet. And there's the mischievous character by, guess who played that? Me. And then the husband, and then the evil, murderous ex-wife. So I always wanted to be that character, and it just didn't work out. With the people that we had, Alice, bless her, my best friend, and who was being Hillary, the ex-wife at the time, was so suited for that role. I was like, oh damn, I really wanted that. Okay, let's go into the mischievous role. And I've loved doing that play at the time. I adored it, but it's a comedy piece, right? It's meant to be funny, because nothing's funnier than a husband cheating on his wife and marrying again and choosing between the two. It's like food versus sex debate for a guy, you know what I mean? And then we, at the time at A-level, we did it really seriously, which I always resented. I was like, this is not meant to be a dramatic play. This is a funny play. This is comedy. You've got to play that up. So I thought, I want to do that again, but I want to be Hillary this time. I want to be the ex-wife. I want to just break out of this little sex box what people are putting me in. I'm not a cheater. And so I pitched it, and people liked it, and we did it, and that was the most fun I've ever had in a role ever.
Nice.
So fun. Yeah.
Cool.
A lot of parts of that were quite uncomfortable, actually. Like, reflecting on, because she's really, really insecure, that role. You know, being with someone for 30 plus years and then them turning around, sleeping with someone who was younger, fitter, more good looking, everything that you're not. It was like, oh, that was pretty uncomfortable at times, actually. But I relished in it.
Which character were you? So were you the one?
The ex-wife, yeah, Hillary.
Yeah.
So last time I was Laura, the other woman in A-level, and then uni for the final project.
You got to be the wife.
I got to be the ex-wife, yeah. And I think that's nice. I think you've got to find your relatability to each character.
Yeah.
Really. You've got to find that human essence of them. And to me, that was insecurity, because everybody feels insecurity. We're all insecure about tons of different things. So I could relate to that.
Do you have a dream role then, or anything you'd particularly like to play? Like a particular role or a performance or piece?
I think I'm going more into scorned women now.
Okay. Is this based on experience or just...
No. Well, maybe.
I want to vent on the stage.
Maybe a little. No, I just think they're the most fun. Because so many people play them wrong, and that's from like directors saying, oh well, you need to be really like a certain way. I don't know, you need to be really evil, you need to be the villain. And a lot of the times the scorned women aren't, they're the victims. And not enough people play that hidden insecurity and the sadness and a lot of people play on the rage. And that's not what we're all about. Really, there's a hurt there. And I like finding that little part of the person that they don't like to show and getting that wall down. Let's have a look what really makes you tick, what scares you, what hurts you, what makes you cry, what makes you stay up late at night and that you can't sleep. I like that, and you can find that in a scorned woman. What's made you be as defensive and having those walls up now that you do? So, because it's relatable. It's just, you know, you can relate and gets all the hurt and anger out of you. Yeah, so dream roles. I mean, I've got roles that I admire, that I'd love to do, but I know I couldn't do it. Well, I'll just say. So have you seen Dr. Foster?
Yeah.
Yeah, Saran Jones, who was Dr. Foster. Yeah. Incredible performance. Absolutely phenomenal. She just does every emotion under the sun. I'd love that role, but I know for a fact I would not do it justice at all. But again, scorned woman, so don't know. I might have to give it a go. Stage version.
I really like Dr. Foster, the first series anyway, but it was just, I'm going to tell him, I'm not going to tell him, I'm going to let it go, I'm not going to let it go, I'm going to let it go, I'm not going to let it go, I'm going to take a holiday, no, I'm not going to let it go, here's my revenge. 6 episodes later.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. I really fancy Simon as well.
Do you?
He's really hot.
That was the problem.
He's my new man crush, actually. Before when I started watching it, I was like, oh, you're horrible. You're such a horrible person. And I just sort of thought, no, you're actually really fit.
Cool. Okay, so you've come out of uni. You're working, saving up money. You mentioned this before we started recording.
Yeah.
What's the plan? What are you up to at the minute?
Well, get an agent. That's a number one. It opens so many doors for you. I'm on Spotlight, I'm on Backstage, I'm just joined Mandy. I've got my show reel done. I've got, like I said, I've got all the jigsaw puzzle pieces. I just need to fit them together. And just, I think with this industry, you can't give up. You've got to keep going. Perseverance is really the key. So just applying for castings, and I've actually got a one-woman show in the works.
Nice.
Yeah.
Go
on. So it's going to be hopefully at the Performance Lab next month, July, at the end of July. And that's going to meld different elements of like lip syncing, 'cause I love to lip sync. It's going to involve like different monologues from scorned women. It's gonna be some of my own like poems and different like text monologue pieces. It's gonna involve just like a whole melting pot of stuff, and it's gonna basically be about heartbreak and insecurity and wrath, particularly in a modern day relationship, and how that can really affect you, what you think about yourself, and sort of your mental health as well, really.
Nice.
So that's going to be interesting. I'm excited for that. But yeah, Performance Lab, end of July. Dates will be on my actors page if you want to follow that.
This might be up after that. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then put the okay.
Well, if you missed it, then it was a bloody good show.
Cool. So, you've said the word insecurities a few times. Like, do you have doubts? Do you have moments where you feel like you're struggling, or what am I doing, or confidence issues at any point?
Oh yeah, definitely. But I don't let people see it. It's just late at night in my room.
How do you get through that stuff? Asking for a friend.
I think you can do it in a lot of ways. And the hardest way is to believe in yourself. That's the hardest. And that's the thing you've got to work on every day. You've got to go up in the morning, I'm just going to keep doing it. Perseverance is the key. You've got to believe, and that comes with believing in yourself. Know that you've got that talent. Know that this is what you're giving to the world. That this is your talent. This is what you're good at. Go out there and do it, But taking a lot of inspiration from others as well, I think, is very important. Reading other people's success stories, or knowing that you're not alone, is the biggest thing. There's so many people out there that just think, oh, I'm not going to do this, I'm not really good at this, I feel really crap about myself. And everybody feels like that. Everybody, but you've just got to find it within yourself, that fight and that fire and that passion to just be like, I'm not going to let the bad part of me win. I'm not going to let my insecurities win. No, we're going to go out and do it. And you've got to be your cheerleader, I think.
Yeah, I've been doing that for 32 years.
Support networks help. If you have like people supporting you, you need.
Do you have like acting friends and friends?
Yeah. Alice, who I mentioned before, has been one of my biggest supports. Whenever I'm down, I'm like, Alice, I don't know if I can do this. She's like, you can do it. You've got this. You're amazing. I think you're wonderful, and that really helps. You've got the people around you that are also in the same boat as you, like the actors, and you sort of lift each other up. Family's amazing. Family is so important to me. I've got a really tight-knit family, and they've said, we know that studying drama is really unconventional, and some people might think it's not a real degree, which it is, by the way, which I proved with my first. Thank you very much. But we want to support you if this is what you really want to do. Then we're here to help make it happen. You go out and do it. You're the only one that can do it. You can't let people do it for you. No one's going to do it for you. You've got to do it yourself. So, yeah.
Fair play. I meant to touch on this earlier. You do the writing as well.
Yeah.
Yes. Talk about that.
So I basically got into doing that by having a module at uni, which was script writing. I wasn't going to take it originally. I was like, I'm not really keen on the writing, I just want to act. And then I took a module, I didn't really like it. I was like, I've got to, this is the only option, I'm going to switch back to this. And sort of writing is like a really good creative outlet, especially if you've got like, I'm going to mention the word insecurity again, but like that, or like past hurts, or if it's like writing's like changing the world, or like showing people, like, I'm being really vague now, showing people different sides to you and what you think this might look like, or what you want this to look like, and you're putting a piece of you in every thing you do, whether it's acting, writing, whatever. But yeah, I did that module, and I just wrote, I don't even know where the idea came from. I wrote about a retired swing dancer who lost his wife to cancer, and he met this woman, and they hit it off, and there's two strangers at first. There was a bit of conflict because he was a little grumpy old Yorkshireman, and they hit it off, and I was like, oh, this is really cool, actually, I want to keep doing it. And I think it's really good to like let it out in that creative outlet. And then that got put on at the Lantern in 2018, I think.
Yeah, at the New Writers Festival.
Yeah. that got put on there, which was really cool. That was fun to see. So yeah, writing's a passion I never knew I'd actually take up, but now I have. I've got the bug big time. So yeah, it's just really cool to make something of your own and show different people different sides to you, and yeah.
Cool. Do you ever write film stuff?
No, that's the one thing I'm a bit scared to tackle, really, because there's a lot more. I think writing for the stage, which is what I obviously do, it's mainly centered a lot around the character and set, yeah, props, yeah, costume, a bit. Characters at the heart, I think, of stage writing. Who it's about, what the play's about, what the people are about. And I think screen, or my perception of it anyway, is you've got to think about every little thing. The camera angle, you've got to think about, where they're going to go with this. I mean, I could be wrong, you guys are the masters at this, but yeah.
You're meant to.
Yeah. I think screen, you've got to think about the full 360. And it's very visual and it's all about the camera as well, because you're obviously seeing it from the camera's POV, whereas theatre, you're seeing it from... I think you're seeing it through the character's eyes, really. I could be wrong, it's all subjective.
Fair. I think writing, you're always informing the edit. And then when the difference, I suppose, is theatre, the performance is the final step.
Yeah.
Whereas in film, the performance is the next step for the edit. So you're thinking about your camera and where your camera is and how this shot cuts to the next shot.
Definitely.
But that's just me thinking. I haven't done enough. I had written a play. That's how we met.
Yeah.
How I saw you. We actually stood on stage once together.
Me and you?
Yeah.
When was that?
Yeah, you won't remember. It was the New Writers Festival the year before. I wrote one of the plays.
Yeah, you, is it Jake and Shree?
Under Tree, yeah.
Yeah, that's the one.
And then they had us all on stage at the end, and the writers as well.
Was this for the Q&A?
Yeah.
Oh my god, no, I wouldn't have known at all.
No, I was sat in a corner.
Oh, incredible.
Yep.
Oh god, that's funny, isn't it?
Years later, you'd be in this Pricks podcast.
God, that's funny. I've seen Ruth recently as well.
Have you?
That acted in it, yeah.
Yeah.
She's still keeping on, bless her. Still.
Yeah, Ruth's great. We worked with her a few times, she's awesome.
Yeah, I love her to
I'd love to get her to do one of these, but I think as soon as I say hitting her with a pie, she'd just go crazy. I mean, it happened in a film, and I don't think she'll ever.
Never again.
No. So if you see Ruth, she won't listen to this. If you see Ruth, just tell her what a great time you had doing the podcast.
I will, definitely. She didn't recognise me at first. She was like, "Oh, sorry, I don't know who you are."
Yeah. You went from long hair to short hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. What made that change? Was it just lifestyle change or?
Yeah, a bit of lifestyle change. And I think I'd always wanted to do it. And I've seen so many powerful women with short hair. I was like, oh, you look amazing. I feel like long hair is good and it's stereotypically pretty. But short hair, that takes balls, does that? And you feel so much powerful. You're like, yeah, I've cut my hair. I feel like a pro. Oh, amazing. And I think as well, I don't know if it's going to help me out with more castings, because I think it gives a different look when you've got short hair. And I think that sort of look, I don't know, it might open a couple more doors for me, really. I think you can look like different people and different characters with short hair rather than you can with long. I think people with long hair, you just see pretty a lot of the time. Short hair, I think you can fit into different moulds a bit better, possibly.
Fair play.
So hopefully we'll see.
Long hair extensions.
There we go.
Or wigs, or
Yeah. Done. I can fit my hair into a wig now. Before it was just a big bump in the back of my head.
Cool. I think that's about it.
Yeah.
I'm happy. You happy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Anything else you want to talk about, or any questions for Tom and I, or any of that jazz?
If you like the sound of me, then my name is Melanie Hopkins. I'm looking for representation. Shameless plug after shameless plug.
Go for it. She's good.
Yeah.
Can recommend having seen you live and watch audition. Yeah.
Yeah, I just think it's important to stay humble, isn't it? And polite. Politeness goes a long way.
Depends on that's situational.
Yeah. Yeah, stay humble and keep persevering.
Yeah.
If anybody wanted an advice.
You got this, Melanie.
Oh.
Yeah. Hopefully we do work together at some point.
Yeah.
On many points. And in the future, let's do another podcast. Let's see where you're at.
Definitely.
Come back, get hit with probably your second pie ever, and then record
Love it.
another podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Cool. We just have to all stay alive and keep going till then.
Yeah.
Cool. Melanie, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Cool. Right, yeah, thanks for listening.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.